fair few engage angles.
If they didn't go for Cannon, I think we could have seen something more creative from Lahens. But specifically into Cannon, I think Alistair just has so much value.
Yeah,
between what most likely will be the exhaust, combine that with the fact that you can just headbutt him away. So that's enough to get him to do 0.
Exactly. Let's jump into the Rift. Game 2. Quantity is definitely B&K. But what you gonna do? Teams have made very...
Had to bring it up.
Hey, look, I wonder if Gen G are going to pick T1 just to prove a point. Maybe that happens. And then they're like, CKT, it's fine. And then they lose too. Oh my goodness.
I don't even think
incredible.
that one is that egregious. Is Keen? Yeah, I was about to say, just going to E out of this. Going to be fine. But we have both junglers trying to sneak away as much as they can. On the side of the jungle that doesn't necessarily belong to them. Canyon towards the bot side, as we do obviously have the lane swap. We haven't mentioned it just yet. And Ziggs, to me, as we have mentioned many a time on this broadcast, obviously should try to maximize the amount of plates. And guess what? A big wave stacking up towards the top side of the map. But Peanut can steal away very effectively. Smite's almost up.
Yeah, should be able to grab this one as Canyon going down pretty low. Keen will join them as there's the flash out from Canyon. Well timed there as well. Doesn't get stunned up as Lahens. He's going to have to flash as well.
Cookie's still available. Lahens level 1 right now.
Yeah, Hex Flash activation as well, guys. We have to remember. So he's already powered up. Delight moving over. We'll finally get down towards the bottom lane. Just checks out this brush for a few seconds, but it looks like they have just bought enough time as Peanut is making friends with Canyon's side of the jungle right now. As this controller does go in, they get full information as to what's going on here. Going to take a little bit of time for that friendship to really sink into these camps. Might give Canyon an opportunity to get in there, but Smite is up here for Peanut. And so whichever is going to be contested, might just be able to take that one down. And look at this, Canyon is actually just leaving the area.
Yeah, successful high start from Canyon. You see Peanut as well. It's like, oh,
aha.
So he doesn't have a lot of mana, and Peanut is in the area.
Yep, there are a lot of brushes now behind Gen G, as Pei's going to try and utilize them, now just waddling his way out of here. Headbutt, we'll be able to get rid of Peanut, but this is also just going to be so many minions going missing.
Oh, Pei's?
Oh, Pei's not going to find the satchel, unfortunately. Bowling Ball going to connect onto Peanut, as Lahan's still going to burn down. And Delight comes on in here just to try and protect his tree. Harm Life, they grab themselves first blood, and Peanut's out of there.
I'm going to let that fool us, Atlas. We've seen this one before.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know whether this means anything, but it definitely means, at the very least, that Harm Life Esports are very good at navigating good early games. Not to mention, they're very good at playing around Ivern compositions. This is another one of the worries, right? Because Peanut, when he gets this champ, he tends to look pretty good. It's on that mandatory bans list that we often state for this team. So playing against Harm Life Esports when you're on the red side just gets that a little bit harder. Now, Canyon going to be taking the first grub. Peanut in position. Arrow going to be soaked by the Alistair that doesn't have Unbreakable Will just yet. There's Delight going in. Finds Lahens, lights him on fire, but I think that he will be able to get out of there. One grub picked up here by Gen G, and I think they're going to have to be happy with that. Keen thinking about moving back towards the top side, instead going to go for a little bit of a back beforehand.
On the flip side, we'll be able to pick up this Dragon, which is, I think, a fine trade. Given how the last game played out, they do need to hurry up. Peanut's on his way.
He is just going to lankily move on in here. That is going to be the Drake secured by Chovy somehow. As Delight gets the angle. Chovy going to have to flash over. The Steadfast presence is so good from this Poppy. And Zeka is going to be able to get himself the second kill for Harm Life Esports. Lahens might just need to sacrifice himself. Does invest the flash. And will be able to buy enough time to get them out of there.
Yeah, before he has to use it immediately.
Value, baby.
As some Daisy micro doesn't actually get the cancel, unfortunately, there for Peanut. And really nice.
Oh, Keen, unfortunately, got a kind of caught on a flash there a little bit. He's going to press his Dominus, and it just has flash on cooldown. Now it looks a little silly.
I missed what I imagine he tried to flash over the Shuriken so that he could set up the play, and then instead the Shuriken just hit him.
Well, Mega Inferno Bomb has come down. The arrow is going to go wide as now Lahen's trying to get them out of there, but that is going to be a kill confirmed. Nicely done on the 1-for-1. Kill going to Lahen's isn't the greatest, but now Chovy coming on in here. Exhaust just to make sure that Delight's not going to have an avenue of escape, and the Pulverize to keep him in position. That's going to be another one, and Chovy on the board now for Gen G, and that is dangerous.
Bit unfortunate as we take another look at the play from the first-person view. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Pretty nicely done. So that is all. That's
not a Drift today, but yeah, Swift Drift. We have had one already, and watching Lilia's run that fast is a whole lot of fun. As Keen will be able to clear out this ward, Canyon now knows that he is not going to be seen. Throwing bowling balls around, that was a weird one, just throws it into a wall. That's fine. Ward goes down, and he's going to see whether it can be 4 grubs to go over to Gen G right now. You can see Peanut not quite getting there in time, as this ward will get turned off.
Just the one, I imagine.
Yeah, so Canyon going to be getting out of here. Chovy and Lehens moving on over. All right, some bowling ball value coming on in, as Doran not exactly with the highest of health bars, but this should belong to Peanut at this point in time.
You see as well, Viper was on his way over, and then as soon as Pace showed the bot wave, immediately decided the better of it is Pace is going to get the shove, and they're going to actually contest here. Pace does have his ultimate.
But Pulv does come in. The arrow is going to connect. The buffer is gorgeous once again, as the redemption coming down here. That is a dead cow and a dead Chovy as well. Viper just walks on over, and they will be able to take them both down. Plates now being eaten by Paze on the bottom side, but there's a teleport in from Zeka. Let's see whether Paze can keep himself alive here, because this burst damage is kind of obscene. There's the mini stun, as Paze, I think, is just dead. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down, and there's the last auto. Zeka's going to be able to lock that one up.
We'll see. Keen might not be able to get him. Look, Poppy's on the way. Oh, never mind. Another TP. He's dead.
Yeah, now he's very, very big dead. As probably didn't want to give Chovy the assist. He flashed it. And the explosive charge is not enough, so he's just going to back, and he's going to be fine. Keeper's verdict came out as well. I don't even think it was necessary.
It was not. Colossal wins here across the board for Hanwha, as they're able to pick up a bunch of kills, get to 4 grubs. The only thing they're going to have to give up is the dragon.
Things have gone back to being a little bit rough. This is still going to be a second Drake that they're going to be able to pick up for themselves. It's going to be big, as Canyon is able to lock that one down.
Again?
And yeah, that's another Hextech Drake. Oh my goodness.
I know it's my favorite Drake in the game, but I was hoping for Swift Rift.
Yeah, Swift Rift would have been cool. But at least we get the fun teleporters and stuff, and that's cool.
I do love it when there's a cannon in the game. So Chovy.
Yeah, he face checks, sees some bad guys, and he is going to try and get himself out of there. And we'll be able to hold on to this turret, at least for the moment. The gold lead that we were talking about before, that was triple digits, is now moved up to 4, as the arrow, not going to get buffered this time, but also doesn't really need to, because he's underneath the turret. There's not a lot of follow-up. And Chovy will just absorb what experience he can, call in his brothers to come down and help him out. Doran going to be the benefactor of this, though, up in that top lane, not with too many cares in the world, as Peanut will move over to try and defend this. The redemption goes down. It's going to be avoided here. It doesn't really do anything, though, as Paze and Canyon should just be able to lock this one up, and the satchel will just come in and pop it like a balloon. Nicely done. Doran gets another wave, and will finally be able to take down this outer turret in the top lane, but I would have thought that he'd be able to actually get that one first.
Very understandable. That is now a 2K gold lead. Mid lane turret, I imagine, on the cards here, because yes, there is a Ziggs with great wave clear, but there is also a Herald, and Peanut, he's drifting.
He's going to be able to make his way in there, and there it is. This outer turret, not long for the world. So that is going to be Viper helping pick that one up. HLE doesn't survive for very long, but that doesn't matter. She did her job.
Okay.
We try not to talk about. We celebrate the fact that we have a lower bracket now, so there's theoretically another final. As all right, King going a little bit aggressive here, as Chovy going to jump in on top, and that was a flash that you could do. Not the greatest of ones, as Canyon's going to be over there anyway, so I guess the consolation for Doran is the fact that if he had have made that flash actually work, he would have still been really dead.
Ziggs with... It's not going to matter. I don't think it makes a big difference.
It's just going to be a very rough time, as Lehens is taking a lot of damage. Chovy looking for a bit of an angle here, as that's 50 gold going over to Paze. Canyon is in the bottom lane, Should be able to at least pull that wave out. As
Yeah, we're
now,
letting this one go.
yeah, it looks like this is not going to be the one that they're looking for. Still.
No, I think they're just threatening so that Home Alive don't send someone over too soon. And there we go. TP comes in. Yep, Chovy gets some damage down, but not going to take the turret. Nice TP there from Doran.
All right, Canyon thinking about a little bit of an angle here, as they do have the option of putting Delight and Peanut to sleep. They're not exactly priority targets here, as Zeka is going to be able to help this wave move up. And by help this wave, I mean the wave isn't there because Ziggs. Yes. Delight decides that he wants to kill someone right now. That is going to be Canyon tanking the first salvo. He's going to flash away. Light goes down to half health, but they get the flash out from Canyon. That's probably what they were looking for.
That's a really big win. They don't invest too much themselves, only using the Ignite and the Arrow, which both, or the Arrow at least will be up. But Canyon not having flash available, I think, is actually a really big deal.
All right, well, there is Lehens making his way in. Good satchel there as well onto Viper. Mega Inferno Bomb to take him down. And now we're slicing forward. Keen looking for Peanut, doesn't get him, but they get so many flashes out of this play. Only Doran and Zeka with those available. Oh no, Genji, don't do it again. It's not Baron time.
I don't actually. This time, I think they really can't do it.
All right, well, maybe they just killed Delight instead, as the satchel was gorgeous. Still Delight making his move out, the flash forward, and Chovy says you are not getting away this time. Him and Pays, they're the yordles on this rift, and Doran, he's trying to get himself out. More explosive charges being thrown around, donated towards this little cannon. And let's see whether Doran can actually get out of here. Keen might be able to find a stun on top of him. The teleport will get him out. And Genji, I don't think they're going to be doing Baron, but they are going to win the fight. Okay, so Soul Point is being picked up here by Genji. Looks like that's going to be given up on, though, because Humble Life Esports are trying to take this Baron. Chovy is almost here. But Genji, they're looking for a flank angle. They're going to try and get Keen in here. Yeah, and it looks like it's not going to be 50-50able, especially with these minefields that can be put down. Things like this. Is now Chovy going to try and transfer this into a push in mid as Viper once again caught out of position. Mega Inferno Bomb going to take him down. And Genji will have them corralled. Doran in trouble. It's Yordle v Yordle. And Doran will be taken out of this one. That is Chovy finding another reset. Hops back over the wall. Keen might just be dead, but they still have to try and flash away. Canyon walks forward, spins around a little bit. It was a cute pirouette, but now it's time for a cute Baron for Genji.
History repeats itself, Atlas. All Genji need are a single fight. And it looks like the Baron not going to go.
Not going to be there. Okay. Yeah. And it doesn't feel fantastic, so that is going to be Genji locking down Soul Point, like you were talking about.
Because I was
have had a lot of control on this Baron side river, as the Arrow going to be buffered there once again. Chovy has been excellent at that. And that was even with Keen kind of moving out of the way so that he had to do it quite late, but still. Nicely done. Get the setup. They are still very dangerous. Having a look down the line, I mean, CS numbers still very, very even in the jungle, as... Speaking of the jungle, Peanut could be in trouble here. Mega Inferno Bomb, and that is Peanut staying alive. Never mind. It's all too easy. Is Doran just going to get jumped on? Oh, God, that's a jump scare. It scared even me. That's a solo kill for Chovy. And sometimes you're just not allowed to be walking there. That's so unfair. It's going to be the Baron now started up. Let's see whether Humble Life Esports can actually find an angle here. There's a teleport up for Doran. That is a big deal because he might be able to affect this player's Keen. Already out of here. He's already teleported in as well. What? He buffers the keeper's verdict. Are you kidding me? The Baron is going to be secured here by Genji, but now...
OTP.
This could be the TP angle as Keen. Mega Inferno Bomb. He's going to take him down in the turn. It was just not good enough. They take out Pays, but Chovy's like, oh, you want more, good sir? Yes. Don't mind if I do, as unfortunately Zeka a little bit too late to this one. So the Baron does go down, and Chovy showed us that you can indeed buffer a keeper's verdict.
Atlas
of the regular season, and you know what, maybe, okay, playoffs can make it up to us, right? If we get only 5 gamers, then I will forgive you, LCK, for this day of not 6 games. That's how they'll earn it. Oh god, Zeka taking so much damage here. Lehens finds himself alone, and Daisy's getting annoying. A circle does come down behind them, but HLE Esports do that walk strategy, and that is going to get them out of the way. This
Look at that!
is disgusting.
That's not fair!
What is going on? The lilting lullaby comes on down there as well as they're looking for Peanut, and they'll find him. Not able to buffer it is Chovy, so he's going to be traded. But look at the Hextech Soul, man. It doesn't matter if they lose multiple members. They still just can't stick around.
They're getting pelted by orbs and lightning.
There's
That's
so
not fair.
many orbs. You are so right about the orb problem.
Another orb!
Yeah, another orb. Zek is going to have to go home. He's going to write an angry email about the spheres. All right, Mega Inferno Bomb, that's a circle. That's not an orb. It's still very scary, though, as Viper is going to get exhausted. That's not going to keep Lehens... Oh, never mind. It is going to keep Lehens alive, because of course it does. Viper is going to show mercy to his former teammate, as this inhibitor is also going to go down. So Genji, 2 inhibs. Elder is going to be up in 4 minutes' time, but I don't know whether the game is going to be up in 4 minutes' time, because if the cannon can actually get there, teleports at the ready as Genji, they're going to start the fight. No Pulverize going to be found here as Lehens already going down low. The Redemption does a lot of work, and into the backline goes Doran. No exhaust to come in really at the beginning of that one, but still just no damage. And Chovy going to stand his ground. Look at the health bars. They are still up. They're alive, but it just feels like for not that much longer, the most dangerous cupcakes are raining from the sky. And Genji, they push them away, but not actually able to get any kills. Just almost every flash and summon a spell under the sun.
This is why we value Hextech Soul so highly. Every single time you can see the chip them. Ah, what? What? Yeah.
Huh?
It's level 18 Ziggs Atlas.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Did he actually, was he in auto range for a short fuse? Was that what made him go boom? All right, Headbutt Pulve is going to connect there onto Doran. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Doran might want to, oh God! Thankfully, he's so short. He's able to walk underneath the bouncing bomb.
He saw it go above his head.
Yep, and I do have to let everyone know that even if he was a taller champion, it still wouldn't have hit him. That's just how the ability works, but that's still fine. It's what it looked like to me.
Oh, and wait, yeah, you got it. You have to, well, it's not going to work, but you have to try.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go for the cheeky Eld angle. This is the cheeky win the game. That's the strategy that they're looking for. Another teleport to come in. Another teleport to come in as Canyon, watch out, Eep. And Zeka turns up almost dead. He does have to cleanse, but he can't cleanse death as the Nexus turrets are going to be going down once again. Genji looking like another 2-0 in the books here, and it's looking like they're going to successfully break their own record when it comes to game score as well. 32 at the end of this season. Yeah. Everyone's basically an old teammate, though, on this particular team. As Keen didn't do a lot of damage, neither did Canyon. It was all about Pays and Chovy. 1,200 points, man. Imagine. I expect...